Alright, I just had a bad Kerrigan game. I got tilted, and I looked back at the footage, and I'm gonna be real. I made a massive misplay at one point that kind of cascaded into a series of bad things. Am I placing all the blame on myself? Absolutely not. Everything, like every loss, is the fault of, an aggregate of forces, events, actions, and people. The people behind the usernames. Now, in that last one, I do happen to think that a lot of the fault fell on one Jimmy Rayner. But I had a lot of coins, and I kind of greedily took a camp without really considering the circumstances. Which is an issue of lack of presence of mind, which I often have. But hey, if there's one thing, if there's one character that can teach me peace, zen, tranquility, presence of mind, wouldn't it be a monk? And with that, we got Kharazim. Hoping for a good game on this guy. First of all, we check our loadout. It's okay. It's okay. I'm kind of feeling boxing Kharazim a little bit more. He would definitely ride magic. Do we have a yellowish version of this skin? We do not. But we can go for that and a yellow cloud. That's nice. I'm good with that. And then, in terms of announcer, I don't know. Blackheart Spade triggers me, so I'm not going to go for that. Kira's pretty chill. I don't have it. I don't have a Kel'Thuzad, Kharazim announcer, right? I do not. It does not even exist. Okay. Kharazim's a healer. One of my favorite healers, really. And that's not because, he's an aggressive healer. I like a bunch of healers that aren't like that. Maybe I don't. Actually, I'm looking at it. This guy's pretty much a frontline tank with a healer attached. This guy's kind of like a little bit of a melee assassin with a healer attached. Lily is I don't know what the fuck Lily is. Lily is a demented panda. And, yeah, I guess those are most of my favorites, aren't they? I like Anduin. He's a healer. Anyway, Kharazim. He's a monk. He punches things. He's an interesting concept for a healer. Let's talk about him. Trait, you pick a trait. Cool concept. You pick between Transcendence, Iron Fist, and Insight. That's here. Transcendence, every third basic attack heals the lowest nearby allied hero for 104, gives 25% increased movement speed for 2.5 seconds. The movement speed is new, and it applies to all of them. Same thing on all of them. See that? Alright, so this one gives healing to the lowest. Healing to the ally with the lowest health for 104. So this is a healing one. This is a damage one. You deal 110 bonus damage every third basic attack. This one gives you mana return and a stack of insight. When you get 100 stacks of insight, you get cooldown reduction on your basic attacks. So this one has a bit of a slower payout. Takes a bit more time, but there can be some great things with it. There is a build that I like to call the Bloody Knuckles build, which is kind of a weird name for it now that I'm looking at it, but it's going Insight, Blazing Fists. Used to be you had to pick up a second talent, but it got baked into Blazing Fists. So that's cool. It's very efficient now. And then Echo of Heaven. So you're just constantly punching and constantly healing. You can solo boss with it. I don't recommend soloing boss with it. Oh, that's new and cool. Kinda like it. It's late, but it's interesting. Anyway, so you pick your trait at level 1. So you can spec into doing more damage, healing more, or having cooldown reduction and mana return. Which Kharazim can be quite mana hungry, so It's definitely not a bad pick. And the basic ability cooldown can be quite helpful. Anyway, so that's an important part of him. You're always punching stuff, and you have a very, very fast attack speed. Like, it's super fast. You don't do a lot of damage with each individual attack, but you're very fast, so you're constantly proccing your trait. Or, that's the idea. Q ability, Radiant Dash, 25 mana, 12-second cooldown, jump to an allied or enemy unit. Enemies are immediately hit with a basic attack. So you can use this against minions, mercs, monsters, even, I think. And of course heroes. This is great mobility. You have 2 charges of it. It's cool. Breath of Heaven, this is your heal. You heal nearby heroes for 285 and give them 15% movement speed for 3 seconds. So a pretty chunky heal on a 10-second cooldown. It is your only heal, though. So it's like, you know, you gotta kind of be smart with how you deploy it. You know what I mean? Also gives movement speed, and because it's all nearby heroes, Kharazim is very good in dive compositions. You know, give them the movement speed, give them the heal, everyone's melee, you're having a great time. So he's been running those kind of compositions. He was quite popular in 2 support for Iron Fist, just going a full offensive attack build, and then, you know, using Breath of Heaven to give a burst of healing and movement speed to his allies. Deadly Reach, Kharazim's next basic attack increases attack speed and attack range by 100 for 2 seconds. 100%. So, the increased range is interesting, which is why it's Deadly Reach. He is a melee range hero. He is punching things and kicking them, so makes sense. And attack speed increase, obviously, you're going to proc your trait more often. You see how it works? One thing that is worth noting about Kharazim, he has no crowd control, which you may be like, okay, but bear with me here. Alexstrasza's got a slow. Anna's got a sleep. Anduin's got a root. Ariel's got a stun and a knockback. Brightwing's got a polymorph. Deckard's got roots and slows out the ass. Lily has a blind. It's kind of like crowd control, sort of. Displacement. Displacement. And a slow. Roots. Slows. Silences. Stun. Stun. Slow. Everybody has something except Kharazim, and arguably maybe Lily, sort of. But Kharazim, the only thing he can do to enemy heroes is damage them. Just interesting. You know, instead of having a thing that does crowd control, he has super fast punches. So, fair trade-off, honestly. His heroics are Divine Palm, protect an allied hero from death, causing them to be healed for 1200 if they take fatal damage. So that heals for 1200, I'm wondering. It's a little bit more healing than Ancestral, but it's harder to trigger because they have to die within that time period, and if the enemies are smart and responsive, they'll see that there's a Divine Palm and not attack. But if the Kharazim has super fast reflexes, they won't even have time to respond because the death will already be happening. Cool heroic. Can be self-cast as well. 7-sided strike. 50-second cooldown on both of these, so pretty short. 7-sided strike, you become invulnerable and strike 7 times over 2 seconds. Each strike hits the highest health nearby hero for 7% of their max health. You hit one hero with all of these, you do 49% of their health as damage. So that's pretty big. Pretty big. Great at when there's isolating. When you isolate a character and hit them with 7-sided, it's a lot of damage that comes out. Kharazim, honestly, kind of the same guy he's been. Like, he got a rework, but I don't really think it changed much. It's one of those Abathur type reworks where it's like, yeah, this is the same guy he's always been, really. He jumps around a lot, he heals people in an area around him, and he punches to trigger his trait. There's been some talents that got moved around. He has these, I guess, to make himself more tanky, more survivable as a frontline healer. You know, whenever you got those frontline healers, you like them to have some kind of way of surviving shit. I mean, Rhaegar, sort of. Luther's got his armor, and Lucio's very fast. Lucio's not a frontline healer, but he could fool me by how people play him. Couldn't ya? Kharazim's really fun to play, and he's especially fun if you are in a two-healer composition. Of course, you cannot rely on that sort of thing, so I am not going to rely on that sort of thing. If I have to do a pure healer build, I will do that. But if I can spec into some aggressive shit, ooh, boy, you can have some fun. You can have some fun. There's not a ton of talent builds with him, but there are interesting talents. There's a cleansing touch here. This launches a rapid volley of 6 basic attacks, which deal 45% damage, but hey, each of them is gonna, trigger your trait twice off that, so that's cool. Echo of Heaven, this shit casts twice. This, as I mentioned, very cool. Transgression hits 4 additional times. Jeez, 11-sided strike, more like. Then you get these allies, which can give physical armor, healing, or vision. Not sure why you would do that. You can also jump to these things using Radiant Dash, which is a cool way of getting out of shit. Anyway, I've talked enough. Let's start.
Guide my path.
Headphones should have been in that whole time, but I don't think it's of too much consequence. Zen Master, baby. No other healer? No problem. I don't need another healer. Artanis Blind. Potentially a little bit problematic for us, but we can work with that. Leoric definitely gives us a guy we can punch a lot. Definitely not Iron Fist. Every time I do see a Kharazim go Iron Fist with no other healer, I kind of wince a little bit. It can work if you're good, but wouldn't you rather just make your job easier rather than fill a role you aren't really required to fill? Good things about our team. We have good chase. We have a solid front line in Rexar's Misha. Every kill gives Alarak more power.
Select a talent and get to the front line.
Are you ready for the hunt to begin?
And Nova can pick up Bribe, which is really good in this map. Yeah. I would recommend Rexar go top. I'm caught between Insight and Transcendence.
Combat
I mean,
operations
I could cheese Insight by, like, going against the Samurai.
5,
Certainly an option.
4, 3, 2, 1. Let
Fuck
the
it, I
battle
usually
begin.
pick Transcendence, but I'm feeling Insight today. Hopefully we can get value out of this. I feel like we should be able to punch Leoric a good bit. Alright, that's a Leo. Not a big threat to me. Oh, the Brightwing does... Okay. I actually thought that was an Anduin. I really thought I jumped. There's a heal. So as you see, we tried to like group up our... do not have a healing right now. Getting drained by Leo sucks. Unfortunate. Okay. Also, feeling Spirit ally today. Alright, unfortunately did not heal Tracer with that last one. Gonna just walk away from that. Wait for the next heal to come out. Give it to everybody. For moments to go in. Jump out. Boom. Alright. Everyone group up.
I cannot stand
Group
alone.
up. There we go. Alright. Our mana's looking quite nice because of insight. I definitely want to pick this up.
For the glory of Ethan.
How many stacks we're getting now? We're gonna get like 20 off this, I swear. Okay, actually not 20, but a good amount. 11. And I mean Stacks record label, not Stacks. That's why I said it with an X. Do you understand? Of course you do. Fortunately, we don't have cooldown reduction, so we can't really do this, because this is... The cooldown is not going down, but I think we should be able to do it. Especially with Spirit Ally here. Not a long cooldown on that. It's longish. Alright, we got 44 stacks off that. There you go. And I'm gonna back completely. Careful, everybody. I am not there. Not there. Sorry. Was farming stacks. I'll apologize to my team because it is... Oh, that's an auto attack Alarak. Ooh, Alarak. Careful, buddy. I don't think I can get there in time. No! Where's the sad emote? Can I get an F? My bad as well for not being there for you, buddy. Rexstar is here. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna punch you. Because honestly, I think it benefits us more than it benefits. Oh, nice. Okay. Benefited us more in multiple ways. I'm gonna get this so I can punch more things. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm here. I'm here. Never mind. Ain't worth it. I'm gonna do a few extra punches there. Gonna dodge the thing. Diving against this guy might be worth it. It is now, certainly. We healed like 4 people with that, which is awesome. One of those people was a bear, but bears are people.
Select a talent.
Problem? Leoric giving us a problem? Okay. No, but Artanis is giving me a problem. There's a heal for you. There's a dodge. I'm gonna beat the shit out of this guy. Gonna avoid whatever we can. I'm gonna pick up Blazing Fist, because screw it. Aggressive build. We punch a lot of people. That'll be awesome. The increased duration and, what else is it?
Gotta pull back for now.
Amazing. Oh, the sadism must be... Oh, only 105. Okay. Hey, you know, we're still playing good, even without a ton of sadism. Zombies give me a lot to punch, so I'm honestly happy with it. Yorick! Don't do that. Alright, everyone stand in here. Get the healing. Compensates for some of the... Okay, we're just kind of throwing ourselves into this very unwisely. I'm gonna dodge the ally. Or the Artanis. Oh. Okay. Scary polymorph. Run away, I don't have much health. Oh, I can't do anything. Sorry. I don't even have cooldown reduction, so jumping in isn't even advantageous.
You got your target. Well done. Double kill.
Okay. I would... Okay. Goodness. Okay.
Triple kill.
Okay. Quest is about to be completed. Yeah. Misha having, like, literally a tank level stun is just crazy. Alright. So as you see in that, I kind of did a very eager Spirit Ally jump, but it's cool anyway. just scare them off a little bit. We're going to heal. We are going to pick up Divine Palm for... See?
Kill, but don't get sloppy. Kill confirmed. Double
I feel like my damage is not bad, because I've been punching a lot of people. 11,000. It's not bad. Healing is also looking quite nice. Nova did not pick that up. Okay, I'm like, no, even with bribe you can't do that.
mark eliminated.
Alright. So, we're seeing what's happening right here.
Fortification.
Granted, that is mostly in PvE situations, but still, it's fucking hilarious. Taking this away. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I may be a monk, but I'm not above this. Do you see what's happening here? My hands are off the keyboard. I'm gonna take it. I don't care. Oh, we should not. We should not be winning. I'm being an idiot here. We should not be fighting in general. I'm on my way. Come back, buddy. Come back.
Kill confirmed.
Alright. So I jumped to my friend, helped him out.
Double kill.
Cool.
Nice.
My team should not have gone in. Okay, we're gonna drop that.
Unstoppable.
Fine with that.
Target eliminated. Select a talent.
There you go. There's a good thing. This is very squashy right here.
Enemy fort
Could I face check towers with this build? No, not really. I'm also not using my W, so I have not really tested. Nobody even needs healing right now. Like, I don't think I heal. Yeah, it's only heroes.
keep
It's true they did give up. I mean, 3 kills
Select
versus
a talent.
23. Certainly depressing, and if... Yeah, I don't... Yeah.
mark eliminated. Kill confirmed.
I thought Divine Palm might have actually been necessary at some point here. Shows how much I miscalculated. Oh. Yeah,
Victory.
messed up. What a cool looking skin! I've never seen this. Very cool looking. Yeah, disgusting. I mean, is that a good game? The answer is no, it was not. Just because we won doesn't mean it was good. Honestly, the last game that I got extremely mad at was probably a better game, formally speaking, until we started completely butchering our plays in it. Like, whereas that was just a complete face roll. Like, I didn't have to express shit. Like, I didn't even pick a level 13 talent. What I have picked. Like, oh, talents, Insight, Spirit Ally, Blazing Fist, Divine Palm. Like, Blazing Fist should not have even worked there. There was a blind that they had on Artanis' Heroic. They had Polymorph, which shuts it down really hard. A fact I did not even consider. All sorts of stuff. But, I don't know, at 13 I probably would have picked up Quicksilver, because there was nothing to be scared of. Though, Sixth Sense is also good, but the only stun they really had was Kira, which doesn't really... Physical armor isn't super important. And Spell Shield is Spell Shield. Yep, I don't know. I guess, you know, you learned something from the Zen Master, Kharazim, today. And, a profession with a different sort of Zen to it, honestly.